Praise the Lord, everybody. This is Pastor Dale. It is Sunday. I've had a great day today. Went to service early this morning with my best friend, and we the pastor got into a new series about witnessing to people, and it's called "Can We Talk About This?" or "Let's Talk About This." And it was very good. Pastor Randy did an outstanding job. So yesterday I posted a short video because a friend of mine had asked me to pray for some people in her life, and two or three of the requests, is that for people to have encounters with God. So I got thinking about that yesterday after I posted that video, and I thought about it this morning. And I'm looking outside my window, and I'm seeing trees, and I'm seeing all of nature, and so on and so forth. The sky, the sun, and it was just great. But then I thought about what is written in the book of Romans, chapter 1. Check this out. Romans 1 says, "For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood through what has been made, so that they are without excuse." Now keep that in mind when you think about this. So yesterday I gave like a little bit of a I don't know what you want to call it, short version of what I would expect it to be. God opened the door and say, "Hey, welcome. My name is God. Come on into my kingdom and let me show you around." Okay, so using that and thinking about that, I thought about, well, why not take a person up to the forest or out to a park and then, meet God there and have God again open the door and he say, "Wow, I am God. I'm so pleased to meet you. Come on over here. Let me show you what I have done for you. Let me show you what I have created just for you, because I love you and this is the way it is. Come on in. I want to show you everything." Okay? And then, of course, God would get into talking about all that he's created. So I got thinking about different things that he has created. And one of my favorite objects outdoors are trees. Oh my gosh, I love trees. I really, really do enjoy trees, because I think a tree is the most fascinating thing that God made for me in my personal life. When I lived up in Emmitsburg, Maryland, we lived in a house next to this one family. They had a very, very large pine tree. I mean, this thing had to shoot up 70, 80 feet high, and it was a huge tree. And I would sometimes sit on the back porch or out on the lawn, and I would look at this tree, and I would think, this is amazing, because this tree has roots. The roots go down deep, deep, deep into the ground to do what? To search for water and nutrition. As it finds it, it brings it into the tree through the roots, and this nutrition and this water has to go all the way up to the very top of that tree, and it has to feed all the branches and the limbs and the twigs. It has to feed the leaves or the cones if it's a pine tree, or fruit if there's fruit on there. So the tree is very fascinating in what it does and how God designed it for this water and all this nutrition stuff to get way up to the top. And sometimes we know some of the trees can get really, really big, right, in the trunk. And so as I thought about this more and more and more, I thought, this is unique because we can show them the different things that a tree does. A tree does provide protection. When I talk about protection, like for example from the sun, when I was a kid, we would go up into especially when we had snowstorms, and we got caught once in a while. I think we got caught in two different storms, not real bad, but I mean they were pretty good storms. But anyways, we were up in the forest, and we were camping, and when we came out of the forest, I mean it was like, wow, you just had no idea where you was at. But the trees protected us from all that wind and that snow to get near us at our tents. And so I got thinking about the tree. We went out, we found parts of old trees. We built a fire. The fire kept us warm. We were able to cook on it, all because of wood. Wood builds things. We can build things from wood. We can build chairs and desks and tables and stands and bleachers. I mean, you name it, we can build it. We can build a tennis racket. We can make a baseball bat, okay, from trees. And there's so many things that a tree can do. As I said, it can provide heat. It can provide a way for us to cook things. A tree, man, can give us paper. Okay, the tree can give us sawdust in which we can mix with glue and to make other things. And I'm telling you what, there's just no limit. We could just do so much with a tree, all because God designed it. So we need, when we're going to have encounters with people, let's take people out to show them what God has done for them and what He's created. Every once in a while, take the person, or maybe think about it, take a person into the bathroom and have them look in the mirror and say, "What do you see?" "I see me." "Who created you?" "Well, God." Exactly. So if God was standing next to them, God would say, "Look at you. I created you in my image and my likeness. Look, you got eyes, you got ears, you got nose, you got a mouth, you got a tongue, you got a stomach, you got legs, you got hands, you got feet, you got elbows, you got ankles. You name it, you got it. You're created after my image and my likeness." Okay? We may not see His attributes here on earth, but what we can through looking at our bodies, because we're created in His image and His likeness. So it's something to think about, that when you're going to pray about encounters with people, you yourself get involved and talk about, wow, this is how God has created. This is what God has done. And talk about the attributes of God. Even though you can't see everything that God does, or there's things God has that we just can't see in the atmosphere. But believe this, God has created all things for our good and for our pleasure, and to make us like Him, and we can appreciate Him just that much more. Have an encounter with God today. Take someone else and have an encounter with them. God bless you. This is Pastor Dale. See you later. Bye.